matchup of two teams, a great atmosphere. It's time for football. We're just about ready to kick off another year of NFL football. Thanks for being here to enjoy today's season opening game as the visiting team square off against the home team. Both teams have taken the field, and the season is about ready to get started. Number 5 will be kicking off.
The home team will be kicking off to start the game. Number 41 back to return.
From the 2-yard line. They're ready to call their first play of the game.
Wow, I did it again. I said all of the roster stuff with my mic muted. I apologize for that. Hopefully you guys could see it visually.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
They line up in the I formation.
I did have a viewer in here while I was doing that. I'm surprised they didn't say there was no sound, but
He tucks it away. Number 34 is there on the stop at the 43-yard line.
The defense held their positions and didn't let them get very
so
far.
we'll try to do a little call out to some of the players here so we can maybe call attention to who they got here. See, we got Mankins and Roaf on the left side. Got Montana starting and Derrick Henry in the backfield.
He's going to run. Number 78 is there for the
Let me see if I can find the rosters here. Maybe I can call some of them out off of there.
Couldn't find any room.
That's a good play by the defensive unit. They let the play develop, and they were right there to bring him down when he decided to run.
Ball on the 44-yard line.
Out of the I formation. Drops back. Unleashes the deep ball. What a catch. The 10. Touchdown.
When you get this kind of execution, you got a great chance of making a big play. Watch it here as everyone takes care of their assignment. The pass is thrown where the receiver can make the best play in the ball, and it's 6 points.
All right, deep shot there to 41. Let's see who that is. The Spirit, that would be Alvin Kamara.
The point after is good. Perfect way to start this one off as they move the ball down the field for the touchdown.
They came out with a plan on offense and executed it to perfection.
It's a 55-yard touchdown pass from Joe Montana to Alvin Kamara. Don't see that every day.
Start comes in to kick off. Good distance. This one is taken by number 89.
Now it's their turn to do something on offense. They're down
All
by
right,
a
let's see.
touchdown early.
89 on the
These guys have
poison.
the kind of offense that can score anytime they have the ball.
It's Doug Baldwin, it looks like.
First and 10. Ball on the 24-yard line.
So we got College and Pace on the left side. Theismann starting it.
With split backs.
And Bettis is running back.
Number 31 is there on the stop.
Got some weapons of their own, looks like.
A successful running attack requires good blocking up front to be effective.
Middle linebacker for the Spirit. Looks like it might be... Yep, Brian Cox.
The home team come out with 3 receivers tight. They give it to the halfback. Number 25 is there for the tackle at the 48-yard line. The veteran with a good game.
He's taken his share of licks over the years. That hasn't stopped him from busting off long gainers like that every now and then.
Ball on their own 48.
48-yard line.
We got Edgar Bennett's in the game.
First down. And the catch is made. He took what he was given, completing the pass.
Yeah,
Quick
what you
slant
wanna
to
do as a
Baldwin there.
receiver who's facing zone coverage is to break into the secondary, find a hole, settle down, and show the quarterback your number. That was a good job.
Second and
Ball
1
on the
coming up.
42-yard line.
Bennett, the deep man. Gets the call. Pressure coming. Fires this
And
one
faked it to
deep.
Bennett.
Jumps
Deep to
and
Baldwin.
You have to play him physically off the line. Bump him off his route. Jam him. Stuff like that. Because I'll tell you this, if you give him a free release and he can get behind you, he can do some real damage.
1st and 10. Ball on the 14-yard line.
Play football. All day, baby. Come on.
Only one man back. Hand it off. Robinson is there on the stop at the 9-yard line.
I believe that's Dallas Clark as tight end there because they wouldn't let me do 44. So I just tight ends it only gives you 80s.
Drive 9 yards away from a touchdown.
I couldn't do 84 because Bobby Ingram has that already.
Home team line up in the bunch formation. Dropping back. Throws to the end zone. Nearly intercepted. Dropped in the end zone, so the offense still has possession.
And that's the last thing you want as a defender, to have the ball go right through your hands in the end zone.
3rd and 5. Ball on the 9-yard line.
Bettis, the lone setback. Drops back. With the throw. Caught. Touchdown. Home team.
A touchdown to number 80.
Offense in the red zone. The wide receiver is going to break away right here. and
Cannot
come up
see
with a
today.
catch And the touchdown.
That's Lynn Swan. Nice. Michael Irvin
Is good.
has 88, so Lynn Swan doesn't have it.
Result is a trip across the goal line and a TD on the board.
What I wish I would have done was when I wrote the randomization script, I wish I would have put in there to check numbers and not let it duplicate. Somebody on the roster already had that number, but
Number
I did-
5 looks like
didn't do
he's
that.
just about ready to kick this one
I actually
off.
just went in and looked to see if they had
Plenty of distance.
a different number in their career and used that if they did.
From the 1-yard
And if
line.
not, I just tried to find something that,
The defense
if I
gives up
could,
a
ended with the same
touchdown
number,
on the
but
last series.
it's difficult to do because the game limits you in some facets. Like tight end, you can't do anything but 80s in the numbers.
Ball on the 16-yard
And you got Cooley, who's like 47, and Dallas Clark is 44, and it won't let you do any of that. So
Line up in a 4-3. This one is handed off. Bryant is there on the stop.
I tried making him
24.
like a
Just
fullback
finishing run.
That's what
with
you
that
do.
number and then moving them,
Bring
but
this
it
guy down with an
makes you
arm
change
tackle.
the
Gotta
number.
swarm him. Get him from all sides.
Doesn't let you keep it.
and just take him to the ground.
2nd and 2.
So I thought maybe I could find a workaround for that, but didn't let me do it. So
Hand off to the tailback. Millen comes up to make the play at the 24-yard line. He tried to pick his way through the middle, but there was no room.
Yeah, he was looking for a hole or a gap, but the defensive line sealed everything up.
It's 3rd
Third and
down, 2
2.
to go.
Ball on the 24-yard line.
hey Dave, what's up, fellow old fart?
Closing in. Big
Oh, look out!
As an offensive
Jeez.
lineman, you got to be aware of him coming around to make that play. Because if he gets
How you
by
doing this morning?
he's most
Well, I
likely
guess it wouldn't
going to
be
get the quarterback.
necessarily morning for you, would it? But don't come in here bugging me, cat. Don't tell me meow.
Start comes into the game for the punt. Number 89.
What?
He's back to receive this kick. Fair
Yeah,
catch,
you're a
Old
brat.
Ford.
That's what you are.
Fair catch.
Yeah, you're spoiled rotten.
9-yard line.
Don't meow me. No. No.
1st and 10.
Ball
You're awful talkative this morning. Hmm?
Theismann with a man in motion. A little misdirection. Number 47 is there on the stop at the 40.
He saw where he wanted to go with it, and before he knew it, the hole was closing up.
2-hour walk. Holy smokes. Yeah, I've started walking a little bit with my daughter too.
the 40-yard line.
Just being cooped up. I started walking on the treadmill at work, but now that we've not going to the office, I
Theismann sends a man in motion. They give it to the half.
hadn't been doing anything,
He's
so
there for the tackle. At
quit headbutting my chair, you
Bettis
weirdo.
Pushing his way through the would-be tacklers. He picks
Quit
up
it.
Solid yardage.
We hadn't quite gotten 2 hours though. We'll do well, we started Wednesday, and I have the Diamond Cutters show Wednesday night at 8, so we only got like 3 laps around the. We have a circle road, and we're in a cul-de-sac kind of thing, where our house is. So we went 3 times around that Wednesday, and then Thursday we went 6 times around it. I think that's going to be the default, is about 6. I wouldn't say that's 2 hours though. It takes, I don't know, 40 minutes to an hour thereabouts. On the beach, yeah, that'd be nice. Well, I used to be in Florida, but we were Central Florida, so you had to go like a hour and a half to either side to get to a beach, but it wasn't terrible. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, man. I introduced both rosters, but I had my mic muted when I did it at the beginning of the video, so. And then these I've been downloading and uploading to YouTube, so if you want to catch any of the VODs, those will be on my YouTube channel, same name.
Number 5 is just about ready to kick this one away.
I almost did a design stream before I started this, but I had said in the one I did last night that I was going to try to get a couple of these in this morning, so wanted to do this first. And I figured this would probably take me up to about where Jeremy starts, thereabouts. 3/4 of a mile from the beach. Nice.
Here we go, baby. Temple.
The home team line up in a 4-3. Receives the handoff.
Yeah, I moved to Atlanta area, so we're even further away now.
But all those places were filled up with guys waiting to tackle him.
Gain of 3.
No, that's scary. I don't even know if I want to look at that.
Yeah, you see me. Deuce it.
The home team come out in a 4-3. Christian goes in motion.
Watch the snap down.
Looking upfield. Number 78 comes up to make
Derrick Henry on the carry.
Right now they need to keep going at the defense with a run. Sooner or later, they'll be able
I'll
to
click
break
that later, Dave. Madden's an old game, so if I click out of it anywhere, it shrinks it on my screen. And I have the game capture up, so it doesn't really lose that, but I don't think it does anything while it's shrunk, so trying to make sure it stays up so it plays the game. It's really screwy. I try to run it in Windows mode, but I never could get it to work right.
Especially when you got guys nearby who are waiting to put a lick on you.
Still puts it in full screen for some reason. Montana doing okay so far. Ooh, breaking all kinds of tackles.
Vision is so important to these ball carriers. They got to find the hole.
Yeah, I enjoy a laugh every now and then.
There's no hole there, and they got to know that too. If you don't have the vision, you just can't find
It's just early here. I haven't been up that long. I've not even made it through my first cup of coffee yet. Getting close though.
Harrison comes up to make the play at the 21. Good call that time. Got just what they needed.
They didn't get a lot of yards with that one, but they got just enough to convert for the first down. That's all you have to do.
Ball on the 21-yard line.
Trying to tie it up here. 1st and 10. Got to get to about the 11 for another first down. Adrian Peterson. Is that who that was? Yeah, Adrian Peterson on the carry that time. Snuck another running back in on us.
The home team with a 4-man front. Christian moves in motion, looking for room. And
Peterson again.
at the 11-yard line. Peterson takes advantage of a little
Like Dan Hampton on the tackle.
3 yards. 11 yards to the end zone. The home team come out in a 4-3. Montana with a man in motion. hand it off to the back. Number 72 brings him down.
Derrick Henry back in to get the first down.
And now our viewers can see how successful each team's main running threat has been today.
Bettis has been doing well.
10 yards away from the end zone.
Ball on the 10-yard line.
Hold the look. Will.
For the poison.
Touchdown is the difference between these two teams. As we end the first quarter with the score, the home team
At the end
ahead
of
of
the
the
first
visiting team.
The score is
14,
the home team.
7. The teams
14,
as switch
the
sides
away
and will
team.
start the second quarter.
7. The teams are ready for the second quarter.
They need
First
10
and 10.
for a score.
Ball on the 10-yard line.
Hey, watch the ball. Let's go, D. Let's go.
The home team come out in a 4-3 on the carry. Joseph is there on the
Henry
stop
on the carry.
at the 8. Henry
Gain of
battles his
2
way
on the
forward
play.
for what appears to be a 2-yard pickup.
Yeah, didn't get much there.
8 is the
Second and
magic
8.
number right now.
Ball on the 8-yard line.
Here we go, baby. Get it up.
The home team come out in the quarter defense. Keeper.
Henry again, and he's in for the touchdown.
Watch, this is the thing. He looks like one of those downhill runners, and he shows some power. And power gets him right into the end zone.
Looks like they pulled the guard from the right side, and he had nobody to block. Sinuses are freaking out this morning.
The point after is good.
The thing that most impressed me about that last drive was the offensive line. A strong offensive line is the first and most important component to an effective offense.
If you're interested in any of these games, Dave, the YouTube channel has them in a playlist. I'm going to put them in a playlist by week over there.
Start comes in to kick off. He got all of that one.
I did a slight meet and greet video,
This
but
one is handled
Twitch has
by
already
number
dropped it
89.
because it had been there too long already. Oh, you've dropped it.
The visiting team.
Wow.
Have the live ball, trying to get something started. Ends up turning it over on the kickoff.
So I've been going through the rosters at the beginning of each game. I'll do that in week 1, but I won't do that after week 1.
Make a play. Somebody ends up putting a big hit on that return man.
So if there's any particular players that you follow, you let me know. I'll see what team they're on if you need me to.
Pressure with the pass. He hits his receiver. He's on the run. The 20, the 10. Touchdown. Great throw and then a fabulous run.
Well, that didn't
Goes
take
the
long.
distance.
I do have a, if you're interested in a like team specific, like region, I do have a UK cannabis team. If you're interested in that.
The extra point attempt is good. They got excellent field position and made the most of it.
They took the bull by the horn. They weren't about to let that favorable.
Actually, were you and I talking the other day about the Browns players? Was that you? Sorry, dude. I'm sure you are. Well, I hope I'm not the only one. But as I get older, I can't remember crap, dude.
Start is back and ready to put this one.
Yeah, that was you. Okay. I know Sipes' team just played, but he's not the starter.
This one is fielded by number 89. Runs through the tackle. Number 89 finds some open area on the
I'm not sure if Kozar's team's played yet.
32.
Yep, Kozar's team played early. That's the San Jose Quake.
Ball on the 32-yard line.
Hey, let's go. They ain't got nothing.
I'm trying to see if I can find Sipe. I'm pretty sure his team just played as well. So I remember reading his name off, doing the rosters.
Robinson is there on the stop at the 35-yard line.
This is a spot where you want to show the defense that they have to respect the running game.
4-yard gain on the play. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
Lucky. Back it up, baby.
He tucks it away.
Where is he?
Hart is there for the tackle at the 42. And he was able to create a lot of space on that run, John.
Well, it started with some good blocking. And when he got through there, he turned upfield, and they weren't in position to tackle him.
Ball on their own 42.
Stay soft, man.
The visiting team come out in a nickel package. Tosses it right. Cox is there on the stop.
Well, I'm blind, apparently.
A big part of this guy's running style is to use the blockers to set up his cut. But they were nowhere to be found on that run.
2nd and 6.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
Watch out. Play hard and fast, baby. All day, baby. Come on.
The ground. Number 31 comes up to make the play at the 35-yard line.
There he is. He's on the Phoenix. Yeah, he just played.
Yeah, that was a ramble.
I mean, he's not. I don't think he's the starter either, though.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
Yeah, I think Bobby Lane was the starter. They got Bobby Lane and Doug Flutie are the other quarterbacks they have.
Fumble. The home team pick up the fumble. That was a lucky bounce.
And Kozar is, I believe he's behind Donovan McNabb, I think.
Ball on the 32-yard line.
Will. Clear. It's on.
Bettis, the lone back. Pressure coming with the throw, and it's caught. Cox with the stop at the 28. Theismann completes the pass for a 5-yard gain on 2nd down. Third down here as they try to get it inside the 25-yard line to convert.
Talking about bring it. Keep moving.
I believe Peyton Hillis is in here somewhere if you liked him.
They'll go with a play fake.
He was one of my favorites. He was a Razorback fullback.
Incomplete as the defender knocks it away. Number 89 nearly had that one, but he couldn't bring it in with a completion.
You can usually count on him to catch about any ball he gets his hands on. I'm sure the quarterback won't hesitate to look in his direction.
I didn't play football long, though. Just a couple years, I think.
This is going to be about a 45-yard field goal attempt. And the field goal attempt
Ooh,
is
just
good.
inside the upright.
Inside the upright.
Oh, I said that, Al Michaels.
Drives get some sort of points for your team. They got it done on that drive. But I'm sure they're thinking touchdown for their next one.
Oh, dude, he was. Yeah, and then he didn't play anymore after that. It was weird.
This one is handled by number 41.
Kamara on the return.
In their last possession, they did a great job moving the ball through the air on their way to the end zone. And you'd expect to see the same thing here until the defense proves.
Yeah, he was one of my favorite players in college, when he was in college.
23-yard line.
Throw low. Watch the play.
The home team line up in a 4-3.
And I was glad to see him have a
Steps out of bounds.
great enough season. He got on the cover of Madden, but apparently it's still a curse, because then he was gone.
And he knew where the sideline was to make the grab.
2nd and 5. Ball on the 27-yard line.
Come on.
Yeah, I think injuries may have gotten to him or something. Seeing him play long after that.
There he goes. Pryor is there for the tackle at the 40. That's one way to pick up a first down.
And he can see so well. He's always looking downfield.
Sorry, having sneezing attacks here. Trying to mute it. Jesus.
And when he takes it, he can do something with it.
40-yard line.
It's like an everyday thing for me. At least once a day. 2 or 3 in a row.
Receives the handoff. Hampton got very good penetration there. He starts out the wrong way and winds up losing
There's
it.
3.
Now, they got good penetration on the line. Guys flying the ball, getting to the ball carrier, making a heck of a defensive play.
Took my new bowling balls up to drop them off at the bowling alley yesterday to get drilled. Supposed to be voting on whether or not our league's going to finish, or if they're just going to end it. Which we're in first, so that's fine if they end it, but I'd like to have the extra money in there.
The best backs in the league average 4 to 5 yards a carry. But there are
That's
a lot
10
of
weeks
things
of prize
that go
fund
into
that won't be
successful
available.
football.
It's
You
not
gotta
good.
have good play calling, good blocking up front, and a back that can take
I
advantage.
think we got 28 teams,
Pickup of about 5.
so a little bit of prize fund for every person every week.
With the pass.
Could add up to quite a bit.
There on the stop. The 36. Great defensive effort to keep them from getting close to the sticks.
Well, there aren't too many plays in the playbook for 3rd and a mile.
But we'll see. They're voting on whether they want to do a double shift night, which I don't want to do because one of the guys on my team has an hour-and-a-half drive after we get done bowling. And if we're in the late shift, that'll kill him. I don't want to do a late shift because I got to work the next day. So then they're talking about splitting it up between like Thursday night and Friday night, like half the league bowls Thursday night and half the league bowls Friday night, because they want to be able to put an empty pair in between each match. And then the other option was to just end it where it is. So we voted for the 2 nights, but we'll see what happens. Well, Bettis is getting some work. Bettis is getting some work done.
The visiting team line up in a 4-3. Deep throw. The 20.
Baldwin, touchdown.
Touchdown. Home team.
They're having trouble covering him.
Target, and for the 3rd time, it goes for a touchdown.
You know anything about bowling, Dave? Do you bowl at all? Or just recreational, if that?
Hansen comes in for the extra point. The extra point attempt is good.
Football is all about trusting your teammates to make good decisions out there in the heat of the battle. When you can do that, everybody starts firing on all cylinders, and you can come up with drives like the one we just saw.
Not a whole lot of defense showing up in this game, is there?
Number 5 in to kick this one off.
Oh my, dude, you gotta do it more than that. I've been doing it since I was 9 years old.
From the 4.
Used to live across the street from the bowling alley, so it made it pretty convenient. So I got heavy into it. I used to get a monthly bowling pass for, I want to say it was $35, but it was unlimited, so I'd bowl like 40 games a day, dude, every day of the week.
The home team with a 4-man front.
And when I came out of juniors into adult leagues, I was bowling 6 shifts a week, double shifts on a few nights. And then on Saturday nights, I'd bowl Colorama for money.
This defense could put the brakes on you real fast.
Just all the time, dude. All the time. Hello, son. This is Dave.
30-yard line. Good throw, good catch to move the chains.
You know, as a receiver, all you have to do is get a step, and this guy's going to put the ball on you.
Looks like everybody's coming in to check on me. The cat was in here meowing at me earlier. Now here you are.
2 minutes to go.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
Yeah, my daughter and son are kind of getting into it a little bit too. Peyton just got his second ball. Well, his first ball with his mom's, but he kind of took it. Well, that's true. He did have a pitch black, but he got a pyramid curse. And then his sister got a new rhino. She has a messenger already. Dave's recreational. He said he's been a dozen times over 45 years. So I was just telling him that I started when I was 9 and lived across the street from the bowling alley, so did it constantly. It's a good way to supplement my income too. Used to do pot bowling and things. Wow, really? Jeez, dude. Apparently not. I know it's picking up in Japan and China and all that stuff, the Asian territories.
First and 10. Ball on the 34-yard line.
From the start.
It's a blitz. Under pressure. Lobs one into the end zone. Just
Jeez.
that was a costly drop.
Receiver on the play. ball on the 34-yard line.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our
Had a
thing.
few chances to catch that and still couldn't do it.
We turning it up.
A little misdirection. Number 78 is
Yeah.
there for the
Probably should have blocked him.
38-yard line.
Here's a no-huddle. It's a good way to keep the defense off balance.
Let's go, baby. Let's
He'll keep it.
Uh-oh.
Goes to the ground.
Now let's say he's not too fleet of foot. Shouldn't be taking off too much. Oh yeah. Yeah, my son's 20. He doesn't have his own yet either.
Akers can tie it up here with a field goal. It's good.
He's one of those guys who really works hard at what he does. And you can see that hard work paying off when you make a kick like this one.
So I'm assuming that means they're just not, because over here they're all over the place. We had in Joplin at one time, which wasn't a very big city, we had 3. And then we had one right on the Baxter Springs Joplin line, so technically 4, and then
This one is handled by number 89.
then deeper into Baxter Springs it had 1, and it was a smaller town than ours, and it had 2, so yeah, they were all over the place there.
Hey, watch that screen. Stay at home.
The visiting team.
Of course, I'm sure Atlanta's probably got 10 of them, but
They'll pass on first down.
we bowl the one we bowl at, and there's one in Douglasville, and then there's one in Austell that we bowl at.
25 is there on the stop at the 48.
Leagues at the one in Douglasville, and then the one in Austell is a 9-pin no-tap tournament on Saturday nights, which has
They have 1 left.
been pretty profitable for me so far. Bowled in it, what, 6 times now, I think, and I've
Just
not
about a minute left.
got one that I didn't cash in.
Come on.
Out of the I formation.
Keep it up. All day, baby. Come on.
Throwing.
Oh,
Davis
yeah.
comes up to make the play.
Well, I mean, it's
15-yard line.
not something, you know, they get into, I guess, there.
Keeps the same defense on the field.
It's showtime, baby.
Saw a lady on the
With the throw.
female pro tour telecast the other day. It was from Singapore, so they're Asian. All the Asian countries are getting into it apparently.
50 mark.
That video was from a couple years ago, so I'm sure there's more now.
Finish off the drive with a touchdown.
Good shoot. Watch the snap down.
The visiting team come out in a nickel package.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
Looking for the goal line. Nice play fake.
Oh.
The end zone
Oh, wow.
close to a touchdown, but he couldn't get his feet in.
This is one of the most practiced situations in
I
football.
thought it was going to be picked off, and then it was caught by the receiver and out of bounds.
It's second and goal at the 4-yard line.
From the start. From the start. Let's go. Be fierce. Bring it. Tackle.
Pressure goes to the end zone. Pass ball's incomplete.
I think I'm just going to do the one
To the end zone.
the one game this morning. I think it's getting too late for me to do another one before before Jeremy starts. I don't want to step on his toes or anything.
Blue down. Blue down.
They've got receivers bunched together on both sides of the ball. Dropping back.
Yeah, I know there's a couple, but and then you got a few from, well, like Belmonte. He's from Australia as well. I guess it's getting fairly popular over there as well.
But still, he should have had himself a pick.
But yeah, I should have not went to adult leagues. I should have stayed in juniors and tried to get a scholarship to Wichita State or somewhere.
This will take the lead.
Somewhere that had a bowling team. But young and stupid, didn't do it.
Evenly matched.
Those two offenses are not holding anything back. It's kind of fun to watch. With that in mind, you always
Was too
have to
interested
feel
in
for
winning the money.
a little.
Number 5 comes in to kick off. squib kick. This one is fielded by Christian. Just about ready for the first play of this drive. They were able to pick up a field goal on their last drive.
Well, Poison got a 3-point lead. God, no defense in this game at all. Coming up on halftime, they already got 51 points scored.
The home team come out in a dime package. Montana sends a man in motion. Pass play here on first down. He's going to run it.
Joe, why do you keep running, dude?
At the 49-yard line.
You are not fast.
Gain of 6 on the play.
Ball at midfield.
Ball on the 49-yard line.
Hey, everything you got.
The home team come out in a nickel package.
Get about 10, 15 yards. Might be able to try a field goal here.
Drops back. Pressure coming.
That's not going to help.
Visiting team calls a timeout. They have one timeout remaining.
This team is extremely active on defense, whether it's flowing from sideline to sideline or when they're rushing the passer. Maybe they should keep a couple extra guys in the block just to slow this pass rush down.
Gets the pass off.
Oh, that's going to be enough to get in the field goal position.
Some quarterbacks love blitzing corners because they know that there's one
And he
less
gets out of
target
bounds to
out
stop
there,
the clock.
and they have a lot better shot at hitting someone in stride.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
10 seconds left. Looks like they're going to run one more play. They do have one timeout left, so.
Closing in, going deep.
Going for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. Wow. So far, Montana's team's not helping him out any.
First half coming to a close as they line up for the field goal.
Trying to tie it up for halftime. Oh, no, he missed it.
And the kick sails wide.
Wow.
The end of the second quarter with the score, the home team ahead of the visiting team.
Thought for sure David Akers would make that kick.
As we take a look at his success returning kicks, we get ready for the kickoff.
You okay? What are you doing?
Start will be kicking off. This one is handled by number 89. Number 89 finds some open area on the return and brings it back to the 30.
You think all that's going to stay in there if I hand it to you?
First and 10.
I guess I stacked it pretty good.
The visiting team with a four-man front. Off to the tailback. This one will be spotted at the 41.
Well, they're having a hard time bottling him up.
Great run there. That'll be a first down.
He really ran well there. He gets some great blocks, and he has patience as he picks up the first down.
Ball on their own 41.
If they can't stop Baldwin and they can't stop Bettis, they're gonna be in trouble.
It off, plows ahead. Jones comes up to make the play.
Uh-oh.
Ball at about midfield.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
Bennett lines up behind his fullback in the eye.
Giving Bettis a breather.
On the call, Quarles is there for the tackle at the 49.
Depending on the spot here. I think he's a little short.
Those linemen are really working hard down there.
Ball at midfield.
Ball on the 49-yard line.
Lock it up. Regular.
Still got Bennett in the game.
Nickel package. Gets rid of it. Jumps and makes the
Oh, wow.
Number 25 is there on the stop at the 35-yard line. The defense blitzes the corner, but the quarterback got rid of it quickly for a completion and a first down.
That was a great play because he saw him coming, remained calm, and threw an accurate pass.
Get me going. Yeah, it's on.
Bennett is the deep back. Bart moves in motion.
All this fast, baby.
Thank you.
Here we go, baby. All right, let's go.
Give it to the Robinson
nowhere to
is
go.
there for the tackle at the 36-yard line. You know, Johnny always seems to be in perfect position to make a play.
He's all about effort. His motor's always
Right,
running at
yeah,
100%,
yeah.
and he's got the experience to diagnose plays very quickly.
Second and long coming up here.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
The visiting team.
Yeah, I always thought that was funny.
Hand it off to the back. Play action. Throws it. Number 47 is there on the stop. The rush was on, but it's a nice game thanks to a nice throw by Seisman.
He read the blitz and he got rid of the ball very quickly. This is the kind of guy you love to have behind center. The kind of guy that won't get rattled when he feels a big rush coming.
Third down here as they try to get it inside the 25-yard line to convert. The visiting team come out in a 4-3. Hand off to the tailback. Another third down conversion.
I'll tell you, this time they went to the ground, but it doesn't seem to matter what they're calling out there. When it gets to third down, it's about to be first down.
And this is the 8th play of this
Ball on
drive.
the 24-yard line.
Yeah, let's go, baby. Let's go, D. Let's go. Watch out.
You're gonna need to hold them to a field goal, or this
He's there for the tackle.
they might start pulling away a little bit.
He's having an outstanding day with over 100 yards rushing. Ninth play of this drive. They're threatening
Ball on
inside the 20.
18-yard line.
Go low. Go low. Be careful. Let's go.
The last time they were inside the 20, they came away with 3 points. With the throw, he hits his receiver. Robinson comes up to make the play. The 3-yard line. And it's
Well, that's
good
not
for
going
a
well.
first down. 3 yards will get them 6 points.
On the 3-yard line.
I already got it.
Go make a play.
What's that?
Watch the hard count.
That's my stereo out of my car.
Give it to the halfback, and they'll score.
That's right there.
I'll tell you, they just knocked that defensive line backwards on that play. Watch it here. The offensive line explodes off the ball. The defense can't get any penetration, and the runner is in the end zone.
Why? What are you after?
The headphones I use for my computer are starting to come on. Which isn't surprising, they were cheap. So I was gonna get a better set.
The point after is good.
That was a nice job of keeping those chains moving and avoiding costly penalties. Now they've got to see if they can keep this momentum that they have established going for the remainder of this game.
Number 5 in to kick this one off. Not a bad kick. They'll set up for the return. From the 7-yard line.
This is where you want to respond quickly, or this could turn into a battle for field position.
I've been using my wired ones if you want to use those.
Well, I
They'll
want to
take
get
over
wired.
at the 23-yard
Oh, you want wired?
Yeah. I prefer wired when I listen to my.
The home team line up in a 4-3. Millen is there for the
on the
tackle
run.
at the
5-yard
28-yard line.
gain
Henry
on the
with a
play.
nice burst through the middle that time. 5-yard pickup.
I was hoping to go to Best Buy and just go to a guy and be like, "What is the best set of wires?"
Ball on their own
headphones
28.
Ball on the
As in,
28-yard line.
what set of wired headphones won't go out?
Let's go, D.
The home team come out in a nickel package.
Well, that would be a set that you're gonna pay over $100 for, and you don't have $100.
Goes
spent
up,
all your money.
makes the catch. Jackson nails his quarterback.
Well, more than you don't have $100 left, do you?
That was an unbelievable catch. That took the ability to block out the entire field
Maybe.
and focus on bringing them in.
Certainly
It's first and 10.
better than
Ball on the
$20
35-yard line.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
Maybe, but $20 headphones when they go out, it's a little easier to replace if you get another $20
Can't bring
headphones.
him down. He was really hit hard on that play.
I think the ones I got in my bag are $20 ones.
You know,
They're
that was all
Sony's.
about tackles or missed
Yeah, no, I
tackles.
already told you
One
before,
thing a
Sony makes
defense has to be able to
headphones
do to
where
have
it's
success in this league.
I mean, you can use those for now if you want, because I don't need them until I go back to the office.
Stay both left. Here we go.
Henry.
Actually-
back. Hand it off. Millen comes up to make the play.
My wireless ones might have a cable with them that they get plugged in as well.
2-yard
If that's the case, then you can use the Sony ones permanently.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
the throw. He hits his receiver. This one will be spotted at the 37-yard line. He wraps him up and now has 4 tackles. Great throw to beat the zone.
I'll tell you, the defense has to do a better job of coming up and
They got
clamping down
hiccups.
on the receiver whenever he enters their zone.
Ball on
It's
the
already been in here.
37-yard line.
I wasn't getting the belly though. There it is. There's the belly.
The lone back. Christian in motion. Hand it off to the back. Joseph comes up to make the play at the 29.
You can't have a good running attack without blocking. But blocking alone won't get
What are you
what
doing,
need.
goofball?
You got to have a back who can find the holes when they're there.
Ball on the 29-yard line.
Watch screen. Watch out.
Montana sends a man in motion. Hand it off. Miller
Peterson in the game.
stop. Just a simple run through the middle. First and 10.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
Watch the play. Let's do our thing. Let's do our
The
thing.
home team
Let's go.
come out in a nickel package.
Nothing. They don't get
With
nothing.
the throw, picked off.
Uh-oh.
Keeps his feet moving. Montana
That's
has
not
that
good.
one picked off.
The ball and the defender and the receiver all got there at the same time.
After the interception, they'll set up shop at the 26-yard line.
Let's go. One back.
The visiting team with a 4-man front. Theismann with a man in motion.
You gotta have it, D. Watch the snap down.
Hand it off to the back. Martin is there on the stop at the 28.
Mix it runs
Well,
with
you get what you
passes,
get.
keeps the defense honest.
Gain of 3. Ball on their own 28.
Ball on the 28-yard line.
We're talking about
I think the one other one that has the plug-in wire is even shorter.
Hands it off. The 40.
Uh-oh.
Midfield. Number 47
Oof.
comes up to make the play. At the 44-yard line. Bennett is showing no signs of slowing down as that gain puts him over 125 yards.
First and 10. Ball on the 44-yard line.
How much are those?
Like $30.
What's the hard
No,
time?
actually less than. They're like
The backs are lined up in an
What
eye.
are they?
Theismann sends a man in motion.
Let's go.
Going to the right. Number 25 is there on the
The ball
stop
carrier.
at the 43-yard line.
gain on
Bennett
the
was able
play.
to get a yard or two on the toss.
I'm pretty sure I got an extender around here somewhere, but I couldn't tell you where it's at.
9 to go.
Ball on the 43-yard line.
Out of the I formation. Hart moves in motion. Hand it off. Quarles comes up to make the
Bennett on the
play.
run.
At the 40.
3-yard
Bennett
gain
takes
on the play.
advantage of a little daylight. Picks up 3 yards. Third down. They have to get it to the 34-yard line for a first.
Let's go. We turning it up. Hold the line.
The home team come out with 4 wide receivers lined up tight. And he hits his target. Seems like all they have to do is just throw it near this guy, and he finds a way to come down with it.
Yeah, I was talking to the coach this week, and he told me that he's probably got the best hands in the team. And right there, he just showed us why.
Ball on the 28-yard
Ball on
line.
the 28-yard line.
Hey, watch that screen. There we go, D.
The visiting team come out in a nickel package. He gets the ball.
It's not looking real good for the Spirit here.
Is there on the stop. So we've reached the end of the third quarter with the home team ahead of the visiting team. 34-24.
At the end of the third quarter, the score is the home
The
team.
home team have the ball as we
The away
begin the
team.
final quarter, trying to add to their lead if they can convert this
is
red zone
about to
trip into
begin.
points.
First
They're
and 10.
inside the 20,
Ball on the 18-yard line.
Watch the play. One of us gonna make a
and
play.
they're threatening again with the ball inside the 20.
Uh-oh.
Number 47 is
Didn't
there.
quite get there. Close.
When you talk about taking your man out of the play,
When they
this
give
is
up
what you
points
do.
here, they're going to be in trouble.
Kind of block that guys dream about. quarterback.
They're gonna need a turnover.
Unloads on that guy.
You can't stop me. Play hard and fast, baby. All right, here we go. Watch it back. Back him up. Let's go. Be physical. Watch each other back. Everything you got.
Under pressure, lobs one into the end
And
zone.
that's what they needed.
Off in the end zone. Davis makes a drive-ending play for the defense here in the fourth quarter.
Had to have it.
Following the interception, it's now 1st and 10.
I think they give up the points there, then it's over. I would pretty sure.
Come out on a nickel.
Maybe a field goal they could get by with, but touchdown I think would have ended it.
Rumbles forward for a gain of 4. Second and 7 coming up here.
Ball on the 8-yard line.
Yeah, let's go, baby. Quick shoot. Let us dictate.
The home team come out in a nickel package. Gets rid of it.
Oh,
This one falls incomplete. Jackson was the one they were trying to get the ball to.
On the play.
looked like he was open, just missed him a little bit. Looked
Third
like.
and 7. Ball on the 8-yard line.
Hey, watch the screen. All on us, y'all.
Nice job so far on 3rd down for the offense, and we'll see if that continues here. Drops back. Steps up into the pocket. Going deep. What a catch. Brown is there.
Needed that.
At the 48. With that completion, he's now over 200 yards passing. It's first
That's
and
Ken Burrow. He was double zeros, but the game won't let you do that, so that's why he gets number 80.
The home team.
Or number 10, I mean.
Four-man front with a counter play. Number 34 is there on the stop at the 42-yard line. Henry runs it through the middle, a gain of about 6. Cox is back in there after getting taken out with an injury earlier.
Coming through, baby.
Nickel back in this time. Drops back, looking for the long completion down the left side.
Oh,
Missed opportunity right there.
Incomplete. Maynard, the intended receiver, on the play. Third and 4. Ball on the 42-yard line.
Will.
Number 41, the lone back.
Watch the snap now.
Pumps, launches it deep to the left. Jumping and has it. Number 34 is there for the tackle at the 5-yard line.
Maynard able to come down with that one.
Get it up. It's showtime, baby. Let's turn it up, D. Get me going. Watch it out.
Hand off to the tailback. Touchdown, visiting team.
And they get it in. They needed that.
This is a bruising run. He gets it, and boom, he pounds his way in for the score.
The point after is good. The visiting team get closer but still need another score.
I think that this team has really created some opportunities and has grabbed the momentum.
John Stark to kick off.
Stark is just about ready to kick this one away. This one is handled by number 89.
Uh-oh. Oof, I thought he was
Number
going.
89 accelerates and takes it down to the 44.
Decent return.
Number 31 is
Now
back
can
in
the
there.
Spirit get him stopped is the question. Need a pretty quick stop
The
here.
visiting team come out in a nickel package. Gets the pass off. Jumps, and he has it. He just passed the 300-yard mark through the air with that completion.
First and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line.
Listen. Do something. Let's do our thing. We gotta have it, D.
They'll bring the blitz. Gets rid of it. Incomplete pass.
Taking shots like that will really affect his rhythm with his receivers.
Second and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line.
No stop that motor.
The visiting team line up in a 4-3. Looking to run it here. Robinson is there for the tackle at the 35-yard line. So that play goes for about 6. Third down here. They have to get it to the 31-yard line to convert.
Here we go, baby. Rock and roll. Danny.
The visiting team come out in a nickel package. Hand it off. Number 25 comes up to make the play. And that gain will get them a fresh
Not able to stop him.
It's a great run. He saw his
gonna be
blockers
trouble.
create some room for him, and he accelerated right through the hole.
First and 10.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
Let's go now. Come on.
Bettis lines up behind his fullback in the eye. Clark comes in motion.
Bring it up.
Tosses it left. Hurdles free.
No, not able to tackle. That's not helping him either.
15-yard line. It's another running play, and they'll pick up another first down.
Hey, when things are clicking like this, you just want to keep going for as long as you can.
They're inside the 20.
Ball on the 17-yard line.
Bettis is having a huge day.
They're inside the 20 and have a 3-point lead. Pass play here on first down. Throws it. This pass is incomplete.
Interference. Wow.
Now, who are they going to call a penalty on here?
Pass interference on the defense. Number 26.
That's a costly penalty, but he prevented the touchdown.
In this league, you don't want to give the offense first and goal from the 1-yard line because even the worst team can get in from there.
Can he get there? Long is there on the stop, not allowing them to even inch closer to the goal line that time. Two more yards and they'll be in the end zone.
They ain't got nothing. Clear. Let's go.
They'll go from the I formation.
Tampa. Let's go, boys.
Throws to the end zone. Comes down with it. Touchdown.
Oh, the pass to Bennett.
Got it to his running back who was in single coverage against a linebacker.
That is probably going to sew the game up. Still 3.5 minutes, but got to get a score and a stop, and they have not been stopping them all day, so.
Hansen comes in to attempt the point after. The extra point attempt is good, and the lead is now double digits following the big touchdown.
They should technically be 34s. If you remember, Akers missed a field goal right before halftime.
Number 5 will be kicking off. From the 3.
Time's running out for them. So if they want to get back in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get into the end zone on this possession.
Quickly.
First and 10.
Ball on the 21-yard line.
Regular.
Gonna need to hit somebody deep if they want to do it, I think.
Play football.
Pressure, throws it. Complete to the wide receiver. Bailey comes
Yeah,
up
it's
to make
first
the
down,
play.
but that's
At the 32.
not a quick strike like you need, though.
Look at it here. He knows how far they have to move the chains, and he gets it by making the right decision and laying it in there like that.
Hey, Dwayne, welcome in, man. Good morning to you as well. Doing all right today?
Hey, let's go. Hey, go.
They're coming with the blitz. With the pass.
Oh, Lord.
Incomplete pass. He felt the pressure and got rid of the ball.
That's what the defense has been talking about. Make this guy throw it before he's ready. It's just that little split second early that can cause an incomplete pass or even an interception.
On the 32-yard line.
Watch this. Will. Don't stop.
Montana sends a man in motion.
Why? Keep it up.
Pressure coming on the move. Brown
Coronaville.
on the stop at the 39-yard line.
Perfect execution to get this first down. Look at it here. He knows how far they have to move the chains, and he gets it by making the right decision and laying it in there like that.
Go low. From the start. Let's go.
It's a blitz.
Uh-oh.
And loose ball. The visiting team.
No.
there to pick up the ball.
Lucky there. Uh-oh. Montana's out.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
Hold the look.
It's going to bring in Ron Jaworski.
Talk about bring it.
Throws it. A little off target, but caught. Number 28 is there for the tackle at the 20-yard line.
Run after the catch is so important. It allows you to run short patterns with the confidence that you can pick up more yardage once the catch is made.
2-minute warning coming up.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
They've driven it into the red zone and need to come up with some type of score here. Incomplete. Henry was the intended receiver on that play.
The intended receiver on the play.
Yeah, they opened up some of our stuff, well,
Almost at the 2-minute mark now.
starting Friday, and then they're supposed to be open by Monday on restaurants and bowling alleys and stuff. We went to the bowling alley yesterday to take some equipment up there to get it drilled, and they were, the owner's wife, well, the couple owns it, but the wife was outside taking temperatures. If you had a fever, you couldn't come in. And then they also had a sanitation dispenser, a sanitizer dispenser out there that you had to do your hands before you went in as well. So everybody's still taking precautions. And then it didn't have any snack bar open, but I think they're supposed to open Monday. So I think that's when my daughter goes back to work. So that's where she works at. So, or one of the jobs that she has.
Touchdown, visiting team.
Peterson gets in for the touchdown there.
Man with the best leverage is going to generate the biggest push. Seems that the offense got plenty low on that play.
So yeah, slowly opening things up around Atlanta area, but still plenty of precautions being taken.
The extra point.
Doing what they can anyway. In the pro shop, there was 3 of us, right? My daughter, my son, and myself going up there because we all had equipment to drop off. And the sign on the door said no more than 2 people in the pro shop at a time. And then, but they said it was fine since we were all related, so we all 3 ended up going in. Some fork knife today, yeah. Probably hit Rich up for some this evening if he's if you're on later tonight.
Number 89 takes this one back.
So we played a little bit Friday night, and so we were trying to hook up again this weekend to play some more. Need to get you and Sammy in a squad. I think we could squeak out a win there.
Theismann with a man in motion. This one is handed off. He'll feel that one tomorrow. Gain of 2.
Wilson with the carry. Gain of 2 on the play.
Second and 9.
Ball on the 24-yard line.
Ain't no thing. Back it up, baby.
Handed off to the back. Number 31 is there on the
Called
stop
by the
at
defense.
the 30.
They've done a good job moving the ball in the ground,
5-yard
and you can
gain
give most
on
of the
the play.
credit to that big offensive line. They've controlled
It's
the line
third
of
down.
scrimmage
They need
for
to stop them
very
if they want to
short.
have a chance to win this game.
Way to go.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
We're talking about bringing. Stay posted now.
They've done very well on third down to this point.
Looks like they're crowding the line a little bit. And they couldn't do it.
Number 25 is there for the tackle at the 36.
They may actually need another turnover to get a shot at this. I think the Poison are going to continue to run the ball, try to kill the clock here.
Bettis lines up behind his fullback in the eye.
Watch the man. Yeah, let's go, baby. Let's go, D. Keep the throttle down. It's on.
Yeah, they're just milking time now. Trying to shorten the game.
Play football.
With a counterplay. Sheds the tackle. This one will be spotted at the 43-yard line. He was right there once again and recorded his 8th tackle.
He's done a pretty good job running the ball on this one. He's one of those guys that can help set the pace, controlling the clock early, and help you close it down by keeping the clock moving late in the game.
Time to
Just
kneel.
wind the clock down and get out of here with a win.
All day, baby. Come
He'll
on.
just take a knee.
Here it is.
Ball on their own 41.
Ball on the 41-yard line.
Be careful. Let's go. Get it up. Let us dictate. So we gonna take it. Turn it up now.
No kneel this time. They actually called a play. It's kind of odd.
Play it. Play it. Let's go now. Watch your eyes.
Give it to the halfback.
Oh, they held him.
Short of the mark.
But they got no timeouts left.
Not enough to keep the drive alive, so the punting team coming in.
There's nothing wrong
And
with
they will
trying
not have to
grind
punt
out
it.
in the fourth quarter when you're playing with a lead.
Number 5 will come in now to punt it away. Number 41 back to return.
That's going to do it. Poison are going to hang on for the 3-point win.
Close game, 2 explosive offenses scoring nearly at will, and just a field goal was the difference.
The away team. 38.
This game is presented by the authority of the National Football League.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up there. I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out for a little bit. Make sure you check out Mayday when he comes online. And we'll talk at you next time. Peace.